Amos Onima left Kenya with a hopeful heart, determined to create a better life for himself in the United States. His journey led him to Oakwood, a quiet town where he found work as a truck driver. The job paid enough to support his modest lifestyle, but Amos's charm, smooth demeanor, and unwavering confidence made him stand out. He quickly became more than just another immigrant in the town. It didn't take long for Amos to catch the attention of 4 women. Cynthia, a nurse, Mary, a single mother and teacher, Kesha, a hairstylist, and Lisa, a bakery owner. Each woman was drawn to his kindness and the way he made them feel valued. Amos was a great listener, never quick to interrupt or dismiss their concerns. He treated each of them with care, and each woman received the same treaty. In a candor, expressing bliss, soft thanks, and warmth when they asked him about his own race, late material gain. At first, the women were unaware of each other. Amos spent time with each one, making sure to show them equal affection and respect. He attended Cynthia's church events, helped Mary's son with homework, laughed at Kesha's jokes for hours, and enjoyed late-night baking experiments with Lisa. For months, he managed to maintain separate relationships with each, carefully weaving a web of love and secrecy. But Oakwood was a small town, and secrets rarely stayed hidden. One Friday evening, fate intervened. Cynthia and Mary bumped into each other at Kesha's salon. Their casual conversation quickly turned to revelation. "Wait, you are seeing Amos too?" Cynthia asked, eyes wide with disbelief. By the end of their conversation, they realized Lisa was also involved. Instead of anger, the women decided to confront Amos, but not with hostility, just questions. That night, they invited him to Lisa's bakery for a surprise dinner. Amos, unaware of what awaited him, showed up with a bouquet of roses. As he walked in and saw all 4 women sitting at the table, his usual confident demeanor faltered. "We need to talk," Lisa said calmly, but firmly. What followed was a conversation none of them expected. Amos didn't deny his actions. Instead, he admitted that he loved them all, each for different reasons. To his surprise, none of the women stormed out. Instead, they exchanged glances and silently agreed that this situation was far from over. "We'll need time to think," Mary said, standing up. The others nodded, leaving Amos alone in the bakery, staring at the empty chairs. The game had changed, but the question remained: would everything fall apart? Stare at the women didn't stay away long. A week later, they met again, this time without Amos. Their meeting wasn't filled with anger or jealousy. Instead, they discussed their feelings, their lives, and what Amos meant to them. As strange as it seemed, they realized they shared more than a love for the same man. They respected each other. "So, what do we do?" Casio asked, Looking around the group, he says he loves us all, Cynthia replied. But love isn't enough. This situation isn't normal. What if we make our own rules? Lisa suggested. Society might not understand, but maybe we can figure this out in a way that works for us. By the end of the meeting, they decided to give Amos a chance to explain himself one last time. What do you want to do? Mary asked. Amos hesitated before replying. I want all of you in my life, but I understand if that's not possible here. The women weren't ready to let go of the bond they had formed, not with Amos and not with each other. They chose to continue their unconventional relationship, despite the whispers beginning to spread through town. However, their happiness was short-lived. One day, Amos received a letter from immigration authorities questioning his residency status and hinting at potential trouble ahead. The letter changed everything. Amos realized that his actions had caught not only the town's attention, but also the laws. Polygamy was illegal in the US, and though he hadn't married any of the women, the nature of his relationships could create legal problems. Harassed Protestants, liberal amusement, the laws built. We need to talk, he said, gathering the women at Lisa's bakery once again. The government is watching. If I stay here, I risk everything. So what do we do? Keshe asked. Amos took a deep breath. The room fell silent. The women's dreams were tied to America, their careers, their families. Leaving wasn't a decision they could take lightly. Cynthia spoke first. Amos, we love you, but this is a lot to ask. One by one, the women expressed their doubts. In the end, only Lisa was willing to consider the move. The others decided to part ways, wishing Amos well, but choosing to stay in Oakwood. Back in Oakwood, the remaining women found strength in their friendship, proving that even in heartbreak, something beautiful could emerge. As for Amos, he never forgot the women who had once been his world. Love had forced them together, but life had forced them apart, and each found their own path to happiness. Months later, something surprising happened. All 4 women became pregnant. The 3 who had stayed in the United States had no choice but to seek Amos out and join him in Africa. They still loved him and couldn't bear the thought of ending their pregnancies. Fate, in its mysterious ways, had brought them back together in Africa. Amos married all 4 women, and this brought the story to its end. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed the story, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories. Have a great day.